Hey, welcome to another episode of Mikey's Video Game Madness. Today we're playing Bride of PinBot on the Pinball Arcade on the PlayStation 4. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the lighting effects are a lot better than the other versions because I don't know if I showed you on the other video or not, because I've had so many of these failed PlayStation 4 videos that I've tried to record and they came out lousy. Sorry for the Twilight Zone, by the way. But I wanted to post something and I was determined, and I spent so much time recording material that just didn't come out. I got frustrated and I said screw it, because I did like my commentary. I don't know if I mentioned it in that video, but the lighting effects are a lot better, and you actually have the choice only in the, I guess, next gen versions. I don't know if this is on Xbox One or not. I'd be surprised if it wasn't, because it's like even on my phone, like in the PlayStation 3, and it might be on the Xbox 360. I don't know. There's always Wikipedia. I didn't do my homework, I'm not gonna lie. But this is the next gen versions are the only versions where you actually can adjust the lighting of the outside, like, arcade. So like, if you set it to the darkest setting, which I did, you actually can see the light and the flashes more vibrantly, I would guess is how you would say it. So this is Bride of PinBot. I believe I covered this briefly on a short demo on my PlayStation 3 video when I covered Pinball Arcade, but I want to do individual videos of arcade machines because they're just so nicely made and beautiful and fun to watch, at least to me. So if anybody gets enjoyment out of this video, it'll at least be me. If nobody else does, I'll get enjoyment out of it. But I didn't own the game at the time. It was a short demo. I actually own this game now, so I actually can play it without having it stop once I get a certain high score, which isn't very high at all. It actually stops awfully shortly. So this game is pretty nostalgic to me, for the simple fact that when my grandparents used to go to the washing machine when I was a kid, and well, I was a teenager, not that that's irrelevant, but I'm giving you the extra information because I care about my fan base that much. But yeah, this was the pinball machine that was in the laundromat, and it's kind of weird, like, out of all machines, because it sounds like she's having an orgasm the whole time. Like, if the machine just is on, like, what would you call it, like, it's on attraction mode, she like moans and kind of talks sometimes. And I remember my aunt like seeing me play this game, and she's like, yeah, that was the game in the laundromat that kept on talking. I was like, yeah, it's talking. I'm sure the developers knew what they were doing. This is actually a sequel. There was actually an arcade machine called PinBot, and this was, like, I guess the sequel. And the goal is to keep on getting the balls first in her mouth, which doesn't really help the moaning sounds that she makes. It's horrible. Then you get it in her eyes, and then the last time you get like a ball, like after this, like she turns into a girl, which you'll see. I actually did it. I think this is the first time I got it. This is like I think the highest score that I've gotten in this game so far. If it's low, I never said I was a pro player. I just said I'm getting better at these games. But yeah, it's a pretty simple machine. You only got to worry about 2 flippers, and you have a pretty good chance to like get the balls to roll over her face and get the thing to turn over or rotate her face to whatever stage it is, and then after you get to the last stage, it just repeats itself basically. It's kind of cool how it rotates. It reminds me, I don't know if you ever saw that movie, Never Ending Story Part 2. Everybody remembers the first one. The second one wasn't all that great. Now she's turned into, I guess, a human. And her heart's beating, and it's weird and creepy. And I don't know, her eyes are Kind of looks like she's on heroin or something. They're like rolled in the back of her head, or she's dead or something. I don't know. I like the little horror music that they play. There is actually a port of PinBot, not Bride of PinBot, this is Bride of PinBot, but PinBot on the NES. And I'd like to cover it sometime. No promises. When I say I'm like to, I'm not obligating myself to anything, because I'm terrible about keeping promises with this channel. That doesn't mean not to subscribe and like, though. You should totally subscribe and like. It might give me more incentive to be a better YouTuber. But not that I'm desperate or anything. But yeah, this is a really cool machine. I like it a lot. Like, you can get the pinball arcade machine, not the arcade machine, the pinball arcade game, like, for free, and I think it comes with one table, and it's the Arabian themed table. I can't think of the name of the game right now, but you get it free for PlayStation 4. I don't remember if it's free on, yeah, it is free as long as you have PlayStation Plus, but I think a lot of PlayStation players at this point in time have PlayStation Plus because you get so many free games. You actually get 3 free games, like on PlayStation Plus on the PlayStation 3, but the PlayStation 4 version of Pinball Arcade is just so much better. The tables are more detailed, and the lighting makes a huge difference. The feel more authentic. But the PlayStation 3 version has more access to more tables, but it's just cheaper to spend $30 instead of buying the tables individually like you can. But I'll cover more of these tables after seeing the atrocious version of the Twilight Zone that I recorded. I will try to record more this way. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it's very hard to keep up a commentary while watching a pinball. It's just more fascinating for me to watch. Like, I love the mechanics of pinball and everything. This one isn't an overly complex machine beside the head and stuff rotating, but I would love to have this in my house if I had it. Like, I really liked playing the game. It's one of the few pinball machines that you can play and not die all the time. I mean, shit like that happens sometimes, but what are you gonna do? But I love, like, the 80s music, and I get to put in my initials, and I'm pretty proud. This proves that I am MRM, because I said in other videos, see, I don't suck that bad, I have a high score. My initials really are MRM. I wasn't pointing to like some random dude and saying that was me, although I should have. But like, if I'm gonna do that, seriously, I should just aim higher, to be honest with you. But this is Bride of PinBot on the Pinball Arcade. Thank you guys so much for watching.